Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. Today's video is going to be a little different, and by a little different, I mean extremely unorthodox, kind of just a wild out there thought. Might make a few people upset, but needless to say, my intrusive thoughts have finally won. Now, the star of today's video is this 2023 Ledgestone Edition X Swirl Force. Now, a little backstory so people don't get too upset. This disc was given to me with a big pile of other new discs from a subscriber. He said I could do whatever I want with them, sell them, keep them, throw them. I sold all the rest. As you guys know, I'm not a big new disc thrower, and for some reason this plastic felt absolutely amazing in the hand. I threw it about 10 times, hit a couple trees, and it has gotten completely warped. I was extremely salty about this because it did feel good, it did throw pretty good, and it really didn't last long at all, almost like DX. As you guys can see, this entire brim is warped. It's like that all the way around. The entire disc itself got warped, and I am not exaggerating. It probably got 10 throws and 3 tree hits. So today we're gonna do something that I've always wanted to try, and I'm really excited to say today is the day. Today we're gonna make a few alterations to our force here and see if it flies different. Now, before we start making a few alterations to our force, we have to establish a baseline. And like a lot of you guys know, most forces are pretty overstable drivers, especially new. Some different plastics are more flippier than others, but the hole that we are going to be doing our testing on, I think it plays about 340, 350, and you want to hang dead straight down the right side of this fairway, and then you want it to snap to the left. I think this is a good decision because if I can establish, a consistent throw, as we make modifications, we'll be able to see if it turns over before the gap or hyzers out before the gap. So let's get our first throw in with the force. And for this hole, that was pretty much a perfect throw. So that's where we're gonna start with. That is definitely not the beefiest force I've ever thrown, but a perfect starting point. This is not a hole that I pick up the birdie very often, but the force only landed about 22 feet away. So I'm almost kind of starting to feel a little guilty. Now, some of you might be saying, Hunter, why are you doing this? For science. So after our first round of alterations, here is how the force looks. And no, I don't have anything against Discraft. I am a Michigan native, as a matter of fact, and I am very proud that Discraft is such a predominant name in the game and was started right here in the mitten. And also, I did try to fix the warpage. I did the boiling water thing. I posted in the discussion pages. I asked a lot of people, and really all of them said nothing really works. You just throw it away and buy a new one. So I figured might as well have some fun and do something that I've always wanted to try. So here we go with our first modified force throw. Obviously, we are shedding some weight on it, so I would think that that's going to add to a little more understability, but hopefully we start to see at some point something drastic. Oh, we hit the gap again. I did release it a little more down this left side to give it more room to turn. I do think it definitely added some understability, but it still flew pretty good. So now I'm gonna add a ton of smaller holes around the outside, kind of near the rim. And really, I should have thought ahead. You know what I mean? I should have laid something under here. Picking up all these plastic pieces is going to be a nightmare. All right, the small drill bit is not working. The plastic is just kind of closing around it. So we are just gonna switch back to the big one and, I don't know, be a little more drastic, I guess. So here's our current rendition of the force. I'm not gonna lie, it looks pretty cool. It feels pretty cool in the hand. I'm excited to see how it throws. Take 2 with the even more modified force. Oh my gosh. It definitely got a bit more understable. Man, that's such a weird feeling. All right, we're gonna see if we can get a nice flip up on this thing. I'm gonna throw it on a decent hyzer and see how it reacts. I mean, it's still throwing good. I mean, that was the perfect little hyzer flip. It was humming straight. It's not a bad thrower at all. Now for our third and final modification of the force, I am gonna cut out these original 5 dots that I made at a full circle in the middle of the disc and see how it flies. Now for our third and final test with the ultra modified force. I don't know at all how this is gonna fly. I'm gonna put it on quite a bit of hyzer and see what happens. Like that sound and the feeling that that has as you're coming through your follow through and the air is just blowing through the middle of the disc. Oh my goodness. All right, we're gonna try this one more time. I think essentially I'm just gonna throw it straight up and down and see if it can flip up, if it's still gonna turn over or what's gonna happen. Oh, look at that thing fly. Hey, straight up and down, it flipped up perfectly. We definitely lost distance. Like that thing is just not going very far anymore. That was a pretty hard throw, and I think we only got about 220 feet. Oh, Hunter, way to not think ahead on this one. This is gonna take so long to clean up. And that wraps up today's video with our disc experiment. At the end of the day, guys, disc golf is all about having fun. I'm gonna put this disc in my bag. I'm gonna let all the boys, all the people I hang out with, give it a shot, throw it, and they're all gonna have a great laugh, smile, and really enjoy it. If you guys did enjoy the content, please hit that subscribe button, hit the like button, leave a comment. I'd love to see your name down there. And if you want to see more, believe me, I have a lot of very interesting ideas for disc modifications we can do. So if you enjoyed this video, let me know and I'd be glad to make another one. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Now it's your turn to go toss some plastic.